Hey y'all, it's me, Reese. How y'all doing? It is 3:30 on May 29th, 2012. The last time you guys saw me, I think I did a brief, hey, it's been 2 years sort of thing. The 26th of April was my 2 years on T. I am ecstatic to have reached that point. And I really kind of struggled to try and find changes in facial features and stuff like that. And yeah, I got bad hair, so let's just go ahead and cut that right out. There you go. As far as hairline goes, my hairline is pretty much the same as it was before. I haven't really lost a whole lot of hair. As you can tell, I obviously dyed my hair black and got a new tattoo. Got another new tattoo, which you kind of really can't see. It's kind of odd angled. And I live back in Fresno, California now. Last time that I was on, I was... Let's see if I can actually do this in better... Much better. Okay, so as far as the angle goes, that's good, but as far as lighting, not so well. Yeah, so I was living in Selma with my friend Cass, who is my now ex-girlfriend's / ex-fiance's daughter-in-law. That was very short-lived, huge mistake. I'm not going to say her name, but she was 51 years old, acted like as if she was 13, literally did not do a damn thing, didn't clean, didn't take showers unless I told her to most of the time. I had to remind her to go ahead and take her medication. She has diabetes, so I also had to remind her to check her blood. When it came to gas money and stuff like that, I have absolutely no problem with helping people out and saying, you know what, okay, you need gas, you're my partner, here you go, here's a couple bucks, if I have it. But it got to a point to where I didn't have gas money, Cass didn't have gas money, Roxanne didn't have gas money. I actually said her name by accident. And she would get pissed off that I wasn't doing anything to help her get gas money. I returned cans to put gas in my own car so that way I can get to medical appointments and to drive her to therapy. She took her stuff that was in her trailer, because she lived in a trailer on the property. I was renting a room from Cass for $400 a month, and she took most of her stuff and started moving her shit into my room without me asking her to, without saying, hey, go ahead and move your shit in here. Let's just go ahead and make this, the big official, let's be up each other's ass sort of situation. No, not my idea of a fun time. When I asked her to move her stuff and her back to her apartment or into her trailer because I was getting suffocated and I needed a break and I didn't need somebody up my ass 24/7. She became very hostile, started crying, accused me of wanting to break up with her to be with an ex-boyfriend that I was with 15 years ago. He and I are just friends now. We just reconnected maybe 2 years ago. And we're strictly just friends. I mean, he doesn't like dudes. I'm really not into cisgendered males. And don't get me wrong, I like the look. But once the pants fall, it's kind of over for me a little bit. But that's just my personal preference. And so she moved her shit back into the trailer, and Random, her son, that she actually named her son Random, said, well, we need to have a family meeting because I was paying for myself. I was covering shit. I was doing everything that I needed to do above and beyond a friend or housemate situation would normally go. I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was helping Cass during the day, I was watching the baby, doing all of those things. Cass has a 2-year-old, an adorable little 2-year-old. I absolutely love him. His name's Carson. So Cass and I went to go get dinner. We went over to the taco truck, and we felt like having a roach coach night, so that's exactly what we did. We drove up to Roxanne's trailer. It wasn't very far, it's just right up the little driveway. But we were in the car, so we just said, fuck it, might as well drive. And I knocked on the door, and she was sitting there crying, and her arm, all right here, was cut up from her lancets because she thought that I had broken up with her to be with Tim. Again, that's what she was accusing me of. I gave her no indication of that. I never said, hey, I want to be with this guy, I love him, oh my god, anything like that. So that was, another red light right there, except that was like blaring red light right in the face. And okay, she's gone crazy again, big time. So she came up to the house. Well, Cass and I went up to the house. We put the food away. 2 of the dogs got out. 2 or 3 of them got out. So Cass and I go back up the road one way to go ahead and get the dogs. We got the dogs. We came back up through the gate, which is on the side of the house. And as we were coming up, Roxanne was coming out, and she was yelling and screaming and crying at her son. And her son was like, what the fuck is going on? What is going on? And there was a bucket of oil that Renham had just done an oil change on his other brother's truck, Blaine. And so she went over and kicked the son of a bitch. Kicked the oil, it went flying everywhere, got on some of the puppies. I think it did anyway. And then she turned around and started swinging at random. Literally swinging at him. And Random grabbed her by her throat, pushed her away, didn't hurt her, didn't choke her, nothing like that. I would have probably beat the shit out of her. I was holding Carson, and Cass went over because Roxanne was swinging at Random. That's her husband. So she's like, you're going to fuck with my husband, you're going to fuck with me. So she went over there, and Roxanne grabbed her flip-flop off of her foot, reached around Random and smacked her upside the head with the flip-flop. And Cass couldn't get around Random because Random was blocking him pretty good. And he kept pushing her away. And then she looked at me and said, what the fuck are you going to choose? You're going to choose them or me? And I looked at her and said, you know what? I'm not choosing anybody, but you need to give me my ring back. You're going a little fucking crazy. She's like, fine, fuck you. Took off the ring and chucked it. Chucked it over by the Brown Lab fudge. So all you see is all 3 of us, me, Cass, and Random, all staring up at the sky and watching the ring fall. And like, okay, cool, everything's good. Long story short, we called the cops for her to be removed off the property 2 days in a row. First day the cops said, well, she doesn't have any place to go, so give her until tomorrow. Next day comes around, and Cass and I had went to a doctor's appointment. We had Carson with us. Random was at work, and Roxanne went ahead and broke back into the house, went through the gate, went into the house, went into my room, stole shit out of there, and then went into Cass's room and stole shit out of there, and then left. And then by the time we got back, we noticed, there was broken glass on the porch and everything, and it was just bad. So we called the cops again, saying, she's taking a step fucking further. And they said, okay, well, just give her until 5 o'clock the next day. So we gave her until 5 o'clock the next day. She told the cops that we weren't allowing her to come into the house to use the bathroom, to shower, or anything like that. And we told her, You can use the facilities. That's not a problem. That's fine. But you're not allowed in the house to stir up shit, to cause drama. If that's what you're gonna do, you need to stay out there. But if you need to use the bathroom, we're not fucking stupid. You gotta come in and use the bathroom. You need to take a shower, come in and take a shower. Don't stay out there and stink and then blame it on us. No. That was kind of another breaking point for me when she was staying over at her mom's place. She would urinate in a cup instead of going into the house. And I cannot really deal with that. That is way beyond my breaking point threshold. So, yeah. It's been a long, crazy, weird, sometimes difficult 2 years. And I'm finally in my own place. This is my apartment. It's kind of small, but it's mine. I'll give you a quick tour, just a very quick tour. Okay, so there's obviously my bed, the window, and the lovely view of the parking structure. That's what I get to look out at. My guitar's there over in the corner. Back away from it so that way you can see. You can see my little amp, and that's the toaster oven that the computer was just on. Let's see. And here's my living room. There's my, TV stand and little TV thing of Scrabble. And here's my kitchen. I have a microwave, mini fridge, sink that has a couple of stuff in it. Hats, a couple of bottles of liquor that are empty, more or less. And over to the bathroom. It's really cramped in here. That string right there is in case of emergency. If I fall or something, I can go out and pull that, and they will call emergency services. They did that kind of specifically because of my back issues. Got a nifty little shower that actually is a tub as well. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. We've got a, I don't know if you can actually see. Can't really see in there, it's kind of dark. They don't have a light in here. It's a pretty big closet though. Big enough space. Now you're probably wondering, what's the view from the front door? Oh, that thing, the emergency thing, is, again, if I fall, get hurt, something, they need to send EMS over here. They refer to that sheet and it tells them what hospital to go to, what doctor to contact, my emergency contacts, anything like that. The view from my front door is a hallway. I'm on the 4th floor in the historic Californian hotel that was erected in 1923 here in Fresno, California. Movie stars used to stay here. I heard a rumor that maybe a president stayed here way back when, but yeah. So that's kind of it. Love y'all. Be good to yourself and be good to everybody else. Oh yeah, dyed my hair black if you can't tell. And hey, I'm going shit out. Peace.